everyone, thank you for joining me today. In this video I'm sharing a vintage coffee themed page I made using an art available at the site welcomecollection.org. This is a kind of an archive that hosts all sorts of images from museums, from art galleries, and these are probably my favorite places to browse because you can find amazing arts, maps, receipts, and much more, and it's all available for download for free for your own personal projects, sometimes commercial projects. All you need to do is check the license that these images have to see if you can actually use them and get them monetized if you need. I'm going to link the art that I'm using in this project in description down below, and you can also download it for your own projects. So, for this art journal page, I'm picking a few decoupage napkins from my stash. I really like this one with collage pattern, and I'm going to imitate this pattern later myself with my own pieces. I'm using a very generic brand of wet glue that you can find in any stationery store. You can also use Mod Podge and other matte mediums in your art stores. The brush that I'm using is a natural bristle brush. I've picked it up recently specifically for wet glue because I don't want to ruin my paint brushes. I did it once, don't want to repeat that. Although if you're using brushes like this, you can use them with warm water and some soap, and it's going to help glue come off very easily. After I finished gluing down all the napkins that I've picked up, and after I cut off the excess, I'm moving on to stencil. want to test out my texture paste that I've gotten recently, so I thought this would be a great idea to try it out here. The stencil that I'm using, I bought it on AliExpress. I really like the patterns that it has, these nice little floral, even architectural kind of patterns. It's pretty thin, but well, doesn't stop me. I'm applying the texture paste using my palette knife in a thin layer, and I'm going to do this on both sides of the page. I did notice at first that I didn't move the stencil close enough to the edge, but that's something that you can easily fix just by rotating the stencil and adding more texture paste to the pattern. Since I don't own a heat tool, I'm setting my pages aside to dry naturally. In the meantime, I'm going to try and age this printed out art using archival vintage photo ink and the sponge tool. I'm just going around the edges using it and giving it a nice antique effect. And I'm also going to crease the paper, and I'm going to go over the creases with the same ink, again to give this an antique vintage vibe. I'm also going through all my ephemera that I want to use. I'm picking up some paper, I'm picking up some vellum embellishments that I got from AliExpress. This vellum album is one of my most favorite things I've ever gotten off AliExpress. It has so many beautiful little pages with vintage prints, with maps, receipts, even some art, some florals. There's just so much to pick out, and the texture is so nice and you can use it in so many different ways. I'm loving it. And I'm also using some stickers from this vintage sticker pack, and I'm just going to pick up these spoons and forks from my project. Since I'm trying to use up my stash, I'm also choosing some coffee-themed cards that I got during my trip to the USA. And funny enough, I'm ending up not using the majority of the cards that I picked, but I thought I'd show you anyway, because they are just so lovely, and maybe you'll see something you like, and that's something that will inspire you for your own art journaling now. Now that my texture paste has mostly dried out, you can see that it became kind of translucent. That's okay, I'm just going to try and use it next time against the white background and see what happens if I apply some, maybe I'll use it with gesso, and I'm going to try and apply some watercolor and see what happens when they merge together. But here I'm going to use archival ink and vintage photo again using my sponge tool, and I'm just going to help the texture paste merge with my page a bit better. I'm bringing more vintage things onto my stash, such as these nice tags. I also have this vintage post-it note folder, and I pick one for the background. I've had this post-it note folder for, I'm scared to say, probably 10 years now. It was gifted to me by someone I know a while ago, and I still haven't used even half of it. So here is my opportunity to try and do that. Now it's time to put together the page and glue everything down. I usually use a glue stick. This one is a bit pricier than your generic brand. It's still not, super expensive and very cool, but it's good. It does the job well. It's accessible. It comes in big sizes, and I really like buying it and enjoying sticking things with it. I'm also using a double-sided sticky tape when I need to glue down some thicker embellishments or something made of cardstock, and you'll see me using it later. I'm adding the stickers and paper embellishments that I've picked for the page, and I feel like this gives the page a nice finished look. Page is done. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more art journal videos from me. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and if you comment, I'll be very happy. Please let me know if you liked something, if you didn't like something, or maybe you want to see something more. Thank you again for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.